Rufus Du Sol is an Australian electronic dance music or EDM trio consisting of Tyrone Lindqvist, Jon George and James Hunt. They formed in Sydney, Australia in 2009. They met in high school and bonded over their shared love of music. The net worth of the band Rufus Du Sol is estimated to be in the range of $10 million to $20 million. The band's music is often described as future soul because it blends electronic music with elements of soul, funk and disco. The band was originally just named Rufus. However, they were forced to change their name to Rufus Du Sol in the United States in 2014 due to an existing trademark on the name Rufus. The trademark was owned by a different band, Rufus, featuring Chaka Khan, which was active in the 1970s. The name change was not an easy decision for Rufus, but they felt it was necessary to avoid legal trouble. They chose the name Rufus Du Sol because it was a way to keep the original name while also making it unique. The Du Sol part of the name is French for "of the sun," which reflects the band's music and their sunny Australian roots. The sun is also a symbol of hope and optimism. The band wanted their music to be a source of positivity for people. The name change was initially only for the United States, but in 2018, the band decided to change their name to Rufus Du Sol internationally. They felt that it was time to unify their identity and make it easier for fans to find them. Rufus Du Sol's music is influenced by a variety of genres, including electronica, house, and disco. They've cited artists such as The Chemical Brothers, Daft Punk, and Moby as influences. Their debut album, Atlas, was released in 2013 and peaked at number 1 in Australia. Their second album, Bloom, was released in 2016 and also peaked at number 1 in Australia. Their third album, Solace, was released in 2018 and reached number 2 in Australia. Their fourth album, Surrender, was released in 2021 and reached number 1 in Australia and number 5 in the US. Their major breakthrough came with the release of their second album, Bloom, in 2016. The album was an even bigger success than their debut, reaching number 1 in Australia and peaking at number 12 on the Billboard 200 in the United States. The album's lead single, Inner Bloom, was a global hit, reaching number 1 in several countries. The members of Rufus Du Sol own homes in different parts of the world. Tyrone Lindqvist owns a house in Sydney, Australia. Jon George owns a house in Los Angeles, California. And James Hunt owns a house in London, England. The members of Rufus Du Sol own a variety of cars. Tyrone Lindqvist owns a Tesla Model S. Jon George owns a Porsche 911 Carrera. James Hunt owns a Range Rover Velar. Rufus Du Sol have won ARIA Awards for Best Dance Release and Best Group, as well as a Grammy Award nomination for Best Dance Electronica Album for Bloom. Rufus Du Sol have continued to enjoy success in the years since the release of Bloom. Their third album, Solace, was released in 2018 and reached number 2 in Australia. Their fourth album, Surrender, was released in 2021 and reached number 1 in Australia and number 5 in the United States. The band is known for their live performances, which are often described as visually stunning and musically immersive. They have performed at major music festivals around the world, including Coachella, Lollapalooza, and Ultra Music Festival. The band's music has been featured in a number of films and TV shows, including The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1, The Originals, and The Bold Type. In their personal lives, the members of Rufus Du Sol are all relatively private. They have not spoken publicly about their relationships or families. However, they have all expressed a love of nature and travel. The band's lifestyle is often described as relaxed and laid back. They enjoy spending time outdoors, hiking, and camping. They are also all passionate about music and spend a lot of time writing and producing new material. Tyrone Lindqvist is the lead vocalist and guitarist of Rufus Du Sol. He was born in Lightning Ridge, Australia, and he started playing guitar when he was 12 years old. He is also a producer, and he has worked on music for other artists, such as Flume and Chet Faker. Tyrone is married and has 2 children. James Hunt is the drummer and keyboardist of Rufus Du Sol. He was born in Sydney, Australia, and he started playing drums when he was 10 years old. He is also a producer, and he has worked on music for other artists, such as Chet Faker and Alice in Wonderland. James is married and has 1 child. Jon George is the keyboardist and vocalist of Rufus Du Sol. He was born in Sydney, Australia as well, and he started playing piano when he was just 6 years old. He is also a producer, and he has worked on music for other artists such as Flume and Hermitu. Jon is married and has 1 child. In an interview with Billboard, Tyrone Lindqvist said that the band likes to let loose after their shows. He said, "We're not big party animals, but we do like to have a good time." James Hunt has also said that the band enjoys going out to clubs and festivals. He said, "We love to experience the music scene in different cities." Rufus Du Sol currently lives in Los Angeles, California. The band members are all originally from Sydney, Australia, but they moved to Los Angeles in 2018. They cite the city's vibrant music scene and its proximity to other major music markets as reasons for their move. The band members have said that they enjoy living in Los Angeles. They like the city's weather, its diversity, and its many opportunities for creativity. They also appreciate the fact that Los Angeles is a major center for the electronic dance music scene. Rufus Du Sol still spends a lot of time in Sydney, Australia though. They have family and friends there, and they also like to go back to Sydney to record music and perform live. However, they now consider Los Angeles to be their home base. In addition to their music, Rufus Du Sol is also known for their commitment to social responsibility. The band has partnered with several charities, including the Australian Red Cross and the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. No band has gone without some sort of drama throughout the years. Rufus Du Sol has had some drama of their own too. In 2013, the band's original drummer, Willem Johnston, left the band. He was replaced by James Hunt. Willem Johnston left the band in 2015 to pursue other interests. He has not publicly commented on his reasons for leaving, but he has said that he is excited to start a new chapter in his life. In 2017, there were allegations that Rufus Du Sol had used drugs at a festival in Australia. The band denied the allegations and no charges were filed. The allegations were made by a fan who claimed to have seen the band members using drugs. The band said that the allegations were false and that they had never used drugs at a festival. In 2022, Rufus Du Sol cancelled their world tour due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The tour was rescheduled for 2021, but it was ultimately cancelled again due to the pandemic. For the remainder of 2023, Rufus Du Sol has many tour dates on the books in both the United States and abroad. Next, check out the video Calvin Harris, From Scotland to Stardom DJ.